You know you want to do it, don't you, Grace? You're thinking of the magical life we'd have. The life we should have had. Traveling the world, spending time in the most exotic locations on Earth. Just say yes. And I'll take you away for the adventure of a lifetime.
Yes.
Yes?
Oh.
Yes? You said yes.
David, please, put me down.
That's so great. I'm sorry.
You didn't let me finish. I mean, yes. What you're offering me is wonderful. The travel, the adventure, it's the dream of a lifetime, but it's just that, David. It's a dream. And it's one that I have to wake up from because I have to go back to my old life.
But you don't have to go back.
I want to go back. I still love Sam. I'm sorry, David. I know that isn't what you wanted to hear. But this trip hasn't turned out the way I expected.
Well, what did you expect?
Well, you know, I thought I would just breeze in here and the familiar place would jog my memory and I could remember our past and put it behind me. And you would be able to sign the annulment papers with a clear conscience, knowing that you and I had no future together. And that Sam and I could carry on with our life.
I see.
But that hasn't happened. Because here I am, where you and I spent our honeymoon, and I remember nothing. Absolutely nothing. And it's just so much more frustrating to me.
Well, how do you mean?
The not knowing. It's enticing me to stay because I so badly want to know what our life was like together.
You know, your not knowing is almost besides the point now.
What do you mean?
I just see a change in you, Grace. It's subtle, but there's a change. You want to be here with me. I can feel it.
You think that I
Maybe I shouldn't be telling you this right now.
No. Go ahead. I want to hear what you have to say.
It's just, I know you, Grace. I know that you wouldn't have come up here unless you thought there was still something between us, and there definitely is.
No. David,
Yes. Yes. Grace. You know, in fact, I think you're starting to fall in love with me again. You can't be...
David, you're wrong. I'm not falling in love with you. You know, don't say things like that.
I'm sorry I've upset you, and it's the last thing I want to do. Look, just forget what I said. Let's just enjoy ourselves.
I don't really feel like dancing right now.
I understand, and I apologize for putting any pressure on you. Let's just enjoy the moment. Maybe we should go back up to the room, and we can just relax, you know.
Okay.
Good evening. Good evening. I'll get out of your way. I know you're on your honeymoon and want your privacy. Good night.
Good night. Well, I will take the sofa, of course.
Thank you. David, you really shouldn't have ordered this.
Order what?
The champagne. I mean, it's just not right for us to be drinking in the room alone together. It's just not appropriate.
I didn't order champagne.
Oh, David, don't lie to me.
I'm not.
Well, if you didn't order it, how'd it get here?
You're right about
Right here.
Happy second honeymoon. The management.
Of course. I'm sorry, David. Can you forgive me?
Grace, you never have to ask me that.
I don't know what is wrong with me, why I'm so suspicious.
Well, you're on edge. You're trying to remember the past so badly that, you know, you're just putting all sorts of pressure on yourself.
It's still, that doesn't excuse accusing you of lying. You know, I should be thanking you for everything you've done all these years.
All I've done.
Yeah, taking such good care of John, raising such a fine young man. Have I even told you how proud I am of him?
Well, you haven't, but I know that you are.
Well, you should be proud too, because you did a good job.
I just did the best I could.
Well, your best was pretty much perfect. How did you do it? When raising children is hard enough, let alone doing it on your own, and you managed to keep them away from drugs and alcohol, everything that tempts teenagers.
I'm really not sure. I mean, some of it was just dumb luck, I think. You know, I mean, John's just a terrific kid. But I always kept on him. You know, never let up. Always wanted to know where he was, who he was with. Told him to just say no.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm proud about my other kids, too. They never got involved with drugs. You know, drugs are just... they're horrible. You know, it just turns my stomach to even think about kids doing drugs. But, hey, I have to thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking such good care of John.
Yeah.
I don't think so. David, are you all right? You're perspiring.
Oh, yeah, it must be the wine from dinner. So, has being in the room where we had our honeymoon sparked any memories for you?
No, it hasn't. You know, I've been really trying, but I'm sorry.
Oh, don't apologize. We have lots of time.
What?
You are as beautiful as the night of our first honeymoon.
That's sweet of you.
It's the truth.
Well, so tell me about our honeymoon and what we did. Everything.
Look, have a seat. Well, it was incredibly romantic. I mean, being here in this room with the love of my life. We talked about our hopes and dreams for the future.
And what were our hopes?
Simple things. Big, loving family. White picket fence.
Really?
A backyard with swings. You wanted a vegetable garden. And a shaded fish pond. Somewhere tranquil where we could just sit quietly and enjoy each other.
Sounds lovely.
You were so happy on our honeymoon. I remember it like it was just yesterday.
Was I nervous?
You were so nervous. I was the first man you'd ever been with. I remember looking at you, touching your skin. I'd never felt anything so soft and smooth. And then I held you in my arms, and we sank down to the bed, and we began to make love.
No.
What?
No, I don't remember any of it. Sorry.
If you could excuse me for a moment.
Yeah, sure. Oh, dear God, why can't I remember? I want to so much. Trust David and stay in the same room with him. It's the only way I can find out about my past and move on with my future. David? David? Are you all right? David?